anything, or were you able to do the whole thing out of the stuff that you'd taken in action?
There's nothing that's been restaged, so to speak, in Armadillo. But obviously, as you can see from the film, that we're very conscious about how we choose to shoot things, and the way that, for instance, if you take the bathing scene at the end, not the one in the shower, but the one in the river, of all the layers of you know, the sort of all the layers of different themes and stories that go into that. So for me, I mean, the whole conversation that I'm having with my cinematographer in order to get these types of images is actually one of the key elements of making a film like this.
Question right here. Two short questions. Was the project from this a military technology project? And what kind of precautions did you take with you yourself and your cinematographer? Were you in any danger at any point in time?
Well, I think the last part should be pretty obvious. Yeah, I mean, we had to expose ourselves to the same types of dangers as the soldiers. We had to do the exact same things as they did, and that was an important part of making the film in order to actually be allowed to tell their story, in a sense, or not necessarily their story, but their story. Yeah, I mean, this film was actually conceived as part of a TV series originally that my producer, Ronnie Fridtjof, who's standing just over here, had conceptualized with a colleague of mine. That, you know, 6 films were going to be made from 6 different directors about the war in Afghanistan, in order to bring it sort of into people's living rooms and get them to, you know, take a stand. So, and then it kind of just grew out of there because we had this quite unique access. So the whole sort of negotiations with the Army Command I wasn't part of. When I embarked on the project, we already had that access. I think a lot of it had to do with the timing. I mean, there'd been a lot of critique about the Danish army being closed about the war in Afghanistan and not, you know, letting people in a democracy see what was actually going on and what we were sending soldiers to be part of. And so there was in a sense a stress, you know, for the army to start communicating and letting media in. So I think, I mean, it was the right timing. And then from there, it's personal relations. It's spending time with people and getting to know the sort of, you know, the commander in Armadillo, Paul, and the other ones that were in charge in Afghanistan. So bit by bit, you know, it's one of the good things about the army, working with the army, is once you're past the desk, it's all about personal relations. And if you don't, you know, if you can look after yourself, then, you know, people will allow you to stay there, and you have quite sort of free. You're quite free to do more or less what you want.